leave this summer to a new apartment, I will have an in-unit washer and dryer. Trust me on that. This cream cheese is superior to every other cream cheese, and you can't tell me otherwise. I don't know if anyone else does this when they make food, but when I make breakfast specifically, I always try to limit my utensil use because I just don't feel like starting my day off with like a bunch of dirty dishes. Because I'm making a bagel with cream cheese and some turkey bacon, I'm only using this butter knife for everything. Just a little thing that I do because I just don't like dirty dishes in the morning, you know? They pile up throughout the day anyway, so I just wanna limit as much as I can. Hi guys. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day so far. Today is Wednesday. I have a lot to do today because tomorrow at like 7 in the morning, I'm leaving to go to Charleston, South Carolina. My best friend Allie is getting married and I'm gonna be going to her wedding. It's a very short trip. I'm only flying in tomorrow morning and then I'm leaving Saturday in the afternoon. I've never been to Charleston and I hear it's absolutely beautiful. I've been looking at like travel vlogs and Charleston things on like social media and I just know I'm gonna love it so much. I am going on this trip solo, so I don't really have anyone to like hang out with besides you guys. So I'm really excited to vlog this experience and take you guys along. I'm gonna be doing a lot more of travel on this YouTube channel. I haven't had the opportunity to travel outside of the United States. I've been to Canada, I've been to the Dominican Republic when I was in high school, but I've never gone to Europe or anything. And all I really watch on YouTube is either makeup videos or mostly travel vlogs. And I really want to manifest a lot of travel into my life this next year or the year after. It's just something that really excites me and I want to do more of. So I'm excited to kick that off with this trip to Charleston. Charleston is known for having a lot of history and being really, really scenic and beautiful. So I'm excited to explore and take you guys along. Today, I'm just kind of doing a lot of miscellaneous stuff to prepare for my trip. I have to pack still. I haven't even touched my suitcase. Very classic me, waiting to the last minute. So I'm finishing up some laundry right now and then I'm going to start packing, getting my stuff together, cleaning my apartment. I gotta drop Olivia off at a babysitter's house tonight. I get so nervous every time I drop her off. I know she's in great hands and she's gonna be fine. And it's also literally only from Thursday to Saturday, so it's not a long trip, but I just love her so much. I did everything I could to see if I could bring her on this trip, but it just wasn't possible and I didn't want to leave her alone while I was at this wedding. So unfortunately, she's gonna stay here. But let's start packing and getting my life together.
Southwest Airlines flight 233.
And then we're gonna be in line behind us. Like, it's at least an hour. Again, we do not control the weather. Don't hate us because there's a bunch of jets here that weren't supposed to be here. You are part of them. We cannot hold you if you wanted to deplane. We can't stop you, but I can't tell you that you're gonna be able to get back on real easily because they are significantly understaffed for this situation.
I'm in San Antonio, Texas. Today's travel day did not go according to plan. I left LA this morning at 6 a.m. and I flew to Houston. Well, I was going to fly to Houston, and then from Houston I was supposed to fly to Charleston. 10 minutes before we were gonna land in Houston, the pilot comes on and says that we have to redirect to San Antonio because Houston has apparently really bad weather. There's flooding, tornadoes, and they're gonna shut the airport down. So we redirect to San Antonio and we get there. My connecting flight either was gonna wait at the Houston airport until all the weather passes or it already took off before and I missed it. So we get to San Antonio and we're waiting on the plane for the longest time, and then finally I'm like, I'm not just gonna sit on the plane and do nothing. So I figured why not get out, go to the customer service desk, because we were at least gonna be there for over an hour. So I figured let's go to the customer service desk and at least explain my situation, tell them what time I have to be in Charleston, see like what my options are in case I can't get another flight from Houston. Basically, they said every single flight leaving Houston was not happening tonight. So the only option that I had, which they rebooked me to, was to get on that same flight to Houston whenever it was gonna be able to leave with the weather, and then fly to Baltimore in the morning at 5 a.m. Also, I would have had to spend the night at the Houston airport or a hotel, whatever, but probably I would have stayed at the airport. And then leave Houston at 5 a.m., go to Baltimore, get in at 9 a.m., and then stay in Baltimore until 5:30 p.m. Wouldn't get into Charleston until after like 6:30, 7 p.m. My best friend's wedding starts at 5. I'm already missing the rehearsal dinner tonight because I'm clearly not there. So I'm like, I can't do that. I'm not gonna go if I'm gonna show up 3 hours late to her wedding. Like, what is the point? I'm starting to freak out by this point, and meanwhile, there's like other people on my flight that are also in a similar position going to Charleston for weddings or bridesmaids, bachelorette trips. Like, it was just pure chaos. So then I get back on the plane and they're like, we're gonna leave, we're gonna go to Houston. So I figured, let me just get to Houston. It's a bigger airport, and then I'll fly to Baltimore tomorrow if I can't get anything sooner. And then once I'm in Baltimore, I'll be on standby, or I'll pick another airline. I'll figure out one way or another to get there sooner than 7 p.m. So then I'm sitting on the plane. I couldn't remember if I checked what flights were leaving from San Antonio to Charleston. I did look at one point and they were completely sold out that day, so it was kind of a hit or miss. And then the only flight that San Antonio had going to Charleston the next day was also sold out, so I would have gotten there late whether I flew out of San Antonio or whether I flew out of Houston. So then something inside of me was like, just check one more time to see what comes out of San Antonio. So I go on the Southwest app and I'm like, oh my god, there's literally a flight available for tomorrow, leaving San Antonio at 5 a.m., going to Chicago, leaving Chicago, going to Charleston. I'd get into Charleston around noon and I'd make it for my friend's wedding. So I called Southwest customer service while sitting on the plane. I'm like whispering because I didn't want anyone around me to hear what I was doing, because I didn't want anyone else to take the flight. And I'm telling them my situation. They put me on hold, but I was starting to panic because at any moment we could have been like leaving the gate and going to Houston. Whenever we had the clearance for weather, we were gonna get out of there quickly because we were already so delayed. And then something was telling me to just go get my luggage from the overhead bin and just go wait by the front, and if I can dip out before they leave, that's great, and if not, then like I'll know what to do in the moment, I guess. So I'm waiting, I'm still on hold. The guy comes up and he's like, all right, we're clear, we're leaving. And I'm like, I still don't know if I can get on this flight tomorrow, but something was telling me get off the plane, because worst case scenario, you don't get this flight. At least you're only 2 hours from Houston. You can rent a car, drive to Houston, and then just figure it out tomorrow and get on the same flight that you already have booked. So I was like, I'm gonna take my chances and get off the plane. It felt like that scene from Friends where she's like, I need to get off the plane, and then he's like listening to the voicemail and he's like, did she get off? And then Rachel's like, I got off the plane. That's literally how I felt, even though this was not romantic in any way, shape, or form. Just pure stress and chaos, but it's fine. I get off, I go to the customer service desk. As I'm watching the plane, like literally back away from the gate, like there it goes. That was my chance to go to Houston. I didn't take my chance, so now I'm stuck in San Antonio. They tried telling me that they couldn't switch me to that flight because they're having difficulties with their system or something. And then they were trying to tell me that it wasn't even a real flight. And I was like, I'm literally looking at it right here, like, take my phone, like please take it. Like this is what I'm seeing on my end. It has to be on your end too. Like please, like let's figure this out. Finally, it worked out. I got the flight for tomorrow, so I'm in San Antonio. I was gonna spend the night in the airport just because my flight is so early tomorrow. I didn't know if hotels would be really expensive. I didn't really want to figure out transportation. Like by this point, I'm like, I just want to stay in one place and like know that I'm getting on the right flight tomorrow and get to my destination and like be done with the stress. But I'm really glad I got a hotel because it is really nice to like shower and like lay in a bed, and like sleeping on the airport floor would have not been the best. So it's been a very chaotic, very stressful start to this little trip, but I'm just really grateful that it all worked out. And it goes to show that your intuition really has your back all the time. Like when any situation, like if I hadn't listened to my gut and I went against it, I would not have gotten this other flight. I would have missed the wedding. Like it would have never worked out. So I'm really grateful for this experience turning out the way that it did, even though it was very high stress. Okay, off to bed. It's 3 in the morning. I am literally running on fumes, you guys. I'm so tired. Didn't fall asleep the easiest last night. I was tossing and turning, I was sweating, I was like not able to relax because I was so paranoid about missing my flight this morning. Putting on lip liner because it makes me feel more put together. That's gonna do. My Uber reached out to me 20 minutes ago that they're early and that they're already downstairs. So I'm gonna head out of here, go straight to the airport and get on this next flight to Chicago and hope that I'm in Charleston by noon today. Otherwise, I'm just going back to LA. Like I can't do the stress. Let's go to the airport. I made it to Charleston, thank God. My friend Allie, who's getting married, left me a welcome bag at the front desk, which is so sweet. It's got all the goodies in it. 2 bottles of water, because I will be needing this tomorrow. Oh my gosh, yes. I was hoping this would be in here. Liquid IV and Advil, because tomorrow morning might be feeling a little rough. Oh, the wedding's at 6. I thought it was at 5. Okay, so I have more time today than I realized. And there's an after party. I'm so excited. And then we've got some Reese's, we've got some M&Ms, cheddar popcorn. I might eat this now because I'm starving. And then more Liquid IV and more Advil. I was kind of just like not in a good mood this morning because yesterday was so crazy and chaotic. But I will say, now that I'm here, I'm so excited for tonight. I cannot wait to see Allie. Allie and I met years ago in Los Angeles. We used to work together and we became best friends like instantly. She's literally one of the most special people ever, and I'm like so happy for her. And I love her fiance Ryan. He's so sweet, and I cannot wait to celebrate their special day tonight. I am starving though, and I know I shouldn't eat too much because we have dinner tonight, but I think I'm gonna grab sushi. So I might walk and get something to eat, maybe a little drink, and then come back, take a power nap, and then get ready for the wedding. Okay guys, I'm ready for the wedding. My Uber is gonna be here in 10 minutes. I don't really know many people at this wedding, but we're just gonna meet new friends and have a good time. I don't know how much of the wedding I'm gonna be able to get on my camera. I wanna be as present as possible. I don't wanna be in my phone, my camera, any of that, so I might not have any footage to show you, but if I do, I will include it after this. I can't wait for you to get married, Allie. I love you so much. What the hell?
Last night was so much fun. The wedding was so fun. I am so glad I made it. I'm in my hotel right now. I already checked out this morning. I'm gonna go explore. Oh, my Uber's about to be here. I'm gonna go explore downtown Charleston and see like Rainbow Row and take tons of videos and pictures. I'm really excited. I have a few hours to kill, so I'm gonna go do that by myself. Maybe meet up with some people from last night, maybe see my friend Allie one more time before I leave. And then my flight is at like 6:30 p.m. tonight, so I'm gonna Uber back here, get my stuff, go to the airport, and then go back to LA, hopefully. I did see on the news this morning that there's more storms in Texas, and my layover is in, you guessed it, Houston. I'm really nervous that I'm gonna have another bad experience with my flight. So let's go explore Charleston and get some food. I'm starving. I missed the breakfast here this morning because I was sleeping in. Let's go have a fun day in Charleston.